spending a day out in the wilderness doing a bunch of gear reviews. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and make myself some ramen noodles using MSR Pocket Rocket and Snow Peak 700 titanium cup. This bag here is one that I made. It's kind of like my version of an ultralight web gear. It's got a couple loops in the back, fits onto a 1.5 inch webbing belt, standard belt. You can also attach it to your pack belt, stuff like that. So I have here an MSR Pocket Rocket. Comes in a plastic case. The stove itself, I believe, weighs about 3.5 ounces. If it's any different, I'll go ahead and make that notation in the description. So it comes with the plastic case. I don't usually use the plastic case, but I do store it in it. And when I was heading out the door, I just grabbed the whole thing. Okay. You have 3 pot supports that fold in. And your handle for your flame adjustment also folds in. So it's pretty compact. Okay, now on the top, it's got these 3 little. They're supposed to be kind of like a mini windscreen on the top. So when your wind's coming in from one direction, it helps your other spots not go out. But I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to the canister and go ahead and get some water boiling. Now, one thing I would like to point out on this particular stove, since the jets are all pointed up in the middle, I mean, basically all this is good for in a titanium pot of any kind is boiling water. You're not going to be able to actually cook anything with it because it's going to create a hot spot, especially on that thin titanium, and anything that's underneath it is just going to burn. So, but for boiling water, it's perfect. This particular stove does work very well in cold. Backpacker Magazine did a review of it a while back. I've used it in cold, probably down to about 20 degrees. Of course, warm up the canister next to your body a little bit, helps it out a lot. But excellent cold weather stove. What I have here, Snow Peak 700 titanium cup and lid. Okay, I believe this did come with the stuff sack years ago. I'm not really sure what I did with it. I usually either strap it to the outside of my pack with a carabiner. Like I said, I have this pouch here that I made. A 1-quart Gatorade bottle does fit perfectly inside it. So like in that ultralight web gear style pouch that I made, I could put a 1-liter Gatorade bottle in it, attach it to my belt. Use it just kind of like an ultralight canteen cup setup. It does have marks on the inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in this light. You can't see them from the outside. You have your ounces on one side, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5 liters on the other side. The cup is titanium. The lid, I believe, is steel. And I believe it weighs about 4.1 ounces. Now you do have to watch out, since it only has 3 points of contact on the cup. You do have to be careful not to tip it, which is something that I have done more than once. I'm going to go ahead and put my water in. Move the cup for a minute. Vulcan Ibn A1. Awesome knife. It does kind of sound like a jet taking off. I got a little bit more than a cup and a half in water in that pot, and in a few minutes I should have a good boil. Okay, we got a full rolling boil. It took a little bit more than 4 minutes. It is a little cool and windy out here. It's about 48 degrees, and I did set up on the edge of a field for ease of shooting. I could have found a spot that had a little bit less wind, kind of like a wind block. So it took a little bit longer than it usually does. But what I do like about the titanium cup also is the handles don't get hot. You can go ahead and handle the handles, at least not as hot as aluminum. So that's the MSR Pocket Rocket Snow Peak 700 milliliter titanium cup combo. It's a good choice for ultralight backpackers. They're reasonably priced, doesn't break the bank. Don't really remember on hand. I think this is probably about $40, $45. Not sure about the cup. I'll go ahead and check the prices when I get home and put the price in the description. This particular stove, like I mentioned before, creates a hot spot on the bottom of titanium. This is basically good for boiling water in the setup. You don't want to do any cooking. You're going to get a hot spot on the bottom of your cup, and anything you're trying to cook is going to burn there. Does work better with aluminum cups, and this also, MSR Pocket Rocket, works excellent with the One Egg Wonder. I've made eggs, pancakes, even fried a burger out in the woods, and it does a great job. So I'm going to go ahead, eat my ramen noodles. I'm getting a little bit hungry here. I'm Anthony with wildgear.us. Thanks for watching. Take care.